Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to, I don't know what I'm going to be calling it, but it is just a thrift store revival. There you go. So if you remember, I hauled this basket from a thrift store. Not really particularly thrilled with the motif. I don't do chickens. So I cleaned it out, took my heat tool, cleaned all the stuff out of it and everything. It's a nice sturdy basket, and it has this nice leather strap, and I want to hang it on my wall to catch my mail and stuff. So what I'm going to be doing today is, I know I'm painting it. I'm going to be using some of this blue tealish color, this ivory, but I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to gesso it first because it kind of has a lacquer feel on it. And then I'm going to be maybe using some nautical rope that I got last year from my collections from Michael's, and some shells. And I may use a piece of something that I found that I actually made, and I haven't decided yet. So anyway, so what I'm going to do first is just start gessoing this basket. And I know I should pour this out, right? But and I may not gesso the whole thing, but particularly the chickens, I want them to be covered up pretty well. So I'm just going to go through here. I probably should use a brush so I could get through all the nicks and crannies, but I actually don't mind if some of the wood is showing through, because it gives it more, you know, a rustic look. So I'm okay with that. I probably should just put some of this in a bowl or something, shouldn't I? But there again, I don't do things the easy way. Basically what I want to do is just cover up the green on it, and the chickens. And then I'll cover more coverage of it when I go over with the paint. But basically what I'm trying to do now is just get the green stripes covered up. And I'm just going to do one side at a time. So I'm going to finish this off camera, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to sit here and look at it while I'm painting or with gesso in it. So as soon as I finish this, I'll be back. Okay, so this is what one coat of gesso looks like. Like I said, I didn't go all over it. I basically just went over the green stripes and the chickens, because I didn't want chickens in my nautical motif. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over this with the, this is Deco Art Americana Spa Blue. And I'm going to paint this, and then I'm going to dry brush over the ivory. And this is Waverly Super Premium High Performance Semi-Gloss Acrylic Paint. So I'm going to do those first. So I'm just going to pour some paint in a cup this time. And I am switching to a paintbrush for this, so that I can get into the nooks and crannies better. So all I'm doing is taking my brush and going through here and brushing over the paint, like so. And like I'm said, I'm trying to get into all the little corners and stuff, but if I don't, I'm not going to sweat about it, because it's going to be rustic and, you know, kind of beach worn, that kind of look. That's the vibe I'm going for. Kind of beach worn. You know, like something's been sitting out on the beach for a long time or whatever. And so I'm just going to go over that with the brush. If I have wood showing through, I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to go through. And I am using my Wash Simply Simmons 3/4 inch wash brush. So just going to go over this. I'm just showing y'all a little bit of what I'm doing. Then I'm going to finish the rest of it off camera, because I won't bore you with all the little intricacies and stuff. I don't think I'm going to be painting the inside. I'll just say that. Because like I said, I like that wood look too. And I'm not going for perfection here, guys. Just trying to get the major part of it covered up. And then I'll let this dry. So you still can see some wood through there, the wood grain. I'm not trying to strip all the character away from the basket. If I wanted to do that, I could have just spray painted it. But the basket's got a lot of character to it, and I kind of want some of that to show through. So I'm going to go ahead and finish painting this off camera, and then when I'm through, I'll come back. Okay, so I have it all painted blue and everything. So the next technique I'm going to do is I have some ivory paint and I have some bubble wrap. And all I'm going to do is to dab my bubble wrap into the paint, and then dab off on the plate a little bit. And then I'm going to start dabbing the basket with the bubble wrap. Just introducing a little white. Looks like the white foam from the sea splashed up onto the basket. And you can do it as dark or light as you want. And then you can go back over it with a piece that's not got paint on it and dab over it to lighten it up if you would like. See, I just love the texture that that gives. So I'm just going to do this. Go back in for some more. But the bubble wrap gives it sporadic splashes of the color. I don't know how else to say it, but it's not concentrated all in one area. I love painting with bubble wrap. It gives it a unique textured layer of color to it. And I'm just going to go back over and dab that a little bit. Not doing the back so much. The back is going to be against the wall. It's not going to really be seen. Okay, so that is the splashing of the color on it. I like that a lot. And let me adjust my lighting so you can see that maybe just a little bit better. I just think that's so pretty. So I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes, and I may go back over it and dab some areas of it, and then when it dries, I'll come back and we'll decorate the basket. Okay guys, we're all dry. The basket looks really awesome. And instead of putting a huge shell on here, I'm going to be putting this little shell here. It's a decorative piece. And I'm going to be showing you in an upcoming video how I made this. But basically I made the shell and then I trimmed it out, and then I painted it white. Actually used gesso. And then what I did was I went heavily over it with my distress inks. I used Victorian Velvet and Vintage Photo, and I went all over it. And then I took a makeup sponge with some of my gloss medium, the gloss medium, and I went over that and just went over it with a gloss medium, and it removed all of the ink except for the edges and stuff that I really wanted it on there. So I really think that's cute, and I'm really thinking about putting it right there. But then I was playing with some of this, like driftwood pieces, and these were just gifted to me by Virginia Story. And so I thought I would put those down here somewhere. Just make a little scene with some other shells on it. I don't want it to be too big and bulky because obviously this is going on my wall. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do though is to take a little bit of my gesso and use my fingers, because y'all know I use my fingers all the time. And I have my heat gun heating up, so, and I'm just going to find the flattest piece that'll stick on the basket. I think right there. So I'm just going to rub some of this on here just to give it that aged wood look. Just rub it in. The wood is shining through, and that's what I want, if you can tell. So I'm just going to lay that, I'll make that a little centerpiece down there, and pick through some shells. Well, all my little shells, a lot of these are broke. I mean, that's okay because they're broken nature too. I think I'm going to put that right there. Can y'all see that? Oh, sorry. I think I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm just going to put a piece over here. Get some more gesso out. And I'll tell you, this has been my favorite gesso. It's the Martha Stewart gesso that I got. Shoot. Actually, this came from Michael's. It was on sale. I guess I might have got it last year, a year before last, and it's really been a favorite. I haven't been able to buy the expensive gesso that's real thick, and this has been really, really nice. So I'm just going to take my finger and rub that in there, and then I'm going to take my other fingers and rub it off a little bit so that the wood shows through. I just want that wood grain to show through, but I just want that little bit of white on there to bounce off that blue basket. And then I think I will put, I was looking for a little trumpet shell. I have so many, I have tons more shells that I've collected over the years. One of these, like right there. And I think that's going to be about it. So let me take this off and let me get this on there first. So I'm not sure how this is going to glue, so we may even rethink this whole thing, but I think it should glue okay. I'm just being generous with the glue. And I'm just going to stick that right there. Let that dry. I think that looks really pretty on there. And I may change it over the course of time. I was actually looking for a little lighthouse that was gifted to me by Lori Seabrook. And I've put it up somewhere. You know what happens when you put stuff up. Uh-oh, I might need to get another glue stick. Let me refill my glue stick here. Okay, where's my, there it is. I actually might do another one. I'm not sure. I was thinking about layering it, but I'm also going to be using these in an upcoming canvas project for my Christmas in July, so stay tuned for that. Making a woodland rustic Christmas tree, and that is, I'm really excited about that. Okay, so we're just going to put a spot of glue there and a spot of glue there up here on top. Don't burn the fingers. There we go. Sometimes you have to put glue on there to make it grab. Okay. And I said I was going to use one of these trumpets. I do feel like I need something for the middle. So, pull this glue string off here. I don't like this glue that I'm using right now. It has a lot of glue strings on it. I feel like I need some contrasting color there. I'll put that one up there. And then layer some more around it. Remember, this is going on my wall, so I like to do layers when I'm doing stuff. Too big. This is really pretty, like that. You know, this is kind of mindless crafting right here, because I know I wanted shells on it, I wanted a little bit of beechwood on it, but as far as planning anything else out, I haven't. And this is going to be in my house, so I don't have to worry about the elements with the glue. That's why I'm using hot glue. Really don't want to take away from that. So, oh, that's hot. Yep, hot glue is hot, by the way, in case you didn't know. There we go. I feel like I need something right there. Man, these glue strings are killing me. Yep. Okay. And I'm just going to get all a little fancy here and put a drop of hot glue in there and put me a pearl in there. There we go. And this is going to hang on the wall like this. So, what do you think? I think it looks really pretty. And so, yeah, and what I did, I didn't show you guys, what I decided to do instead of paint the inside, I just took that bubble wrap and I splashed some color on it on the inside just so it wouldn't be plain wood to see. And I just think this is going to be lovely. So that is my thrift store revival here of this beautiful basket. I was going to put nautical rope on it, but I don't think it needs it. So I'll think on it, but I don't think I'll go back and add it. But if I do, I'll make sure I include pictures of it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today with my little thrift store revival of my basket. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I will be having a video out in just a few days on how I made this lovely shell here. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so by hitting that little icon up there and hitting the subscribe button. And make sure you tap the bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload a new video. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.